Well, I'm here getting ready to pull out of Trace Fork, and still a lot of time in the day. I think I'll go across Liverpool Road. It should be kind of pretty this time of year. I'm on the KLR 650 today. I might even go across Big Run, but probably put that on a different video because it takes so long to upload them. Kickstand's a little stiff. We're Stanleyville, West Virginia. Down probably won't be too good at this hour speed. So it's an old ride that was open for years, Carl Smith. I mean, owned it. I guess this is what you would call the heart of Sandyville. I mean, it's not really as much a city or anything as it is just like a community. Anyway, this is Liverpool Road. There's Sidney Smith Trucking. I don't know if he's still alive or not. He's had them old Kenworths for years. My cousin's uncle on the other side of the family, on their side of the family, he drove for him. And back in the 70s, they still had them blue and white Kenworths. A lot of deer on this road. Probably won't see any this time of day. Of course we might. There's a post office down here at Leroy. There used to be one at what they call Duncan and one at Liverpool both. I think Leroy's the only one left. And my dad was postmaster there. Leewood's not a very big community, but it spreads way out. I mean, to Work County and I mean, up pretty close to Elizabeth even. But it had 2 carriers running out of it. It was a fairly high evaluated route. I mean, post office. It's been so dry. I mean, we've had some rain lately, but we had a terrible drought this summer. I'm surprised the leaves hadn't just all immediately turned brown, but it looks like we're getting some color in them. I don't know about they see a good bit of red. That's my favorite colors to see in them. Something itching my nose. Look like one of them boxes that you get donuts at Kroger's in or Walmart. I mean, I'm sure they all use the same box. I don't know why people can't just wait till they get home and bring their trash in, and if they don't want to do that, why they don't just throw it away when they get in town and when them trash cans in the parking lot. I guess it makes them feel like a rebel or something. That's a nice big house. I bet it ain't real old. Anyway, probably what we went through now is technically what they call Duncan. I don't even know why it had a name. Oh, I know why it had a name. A train used to run all down through here, believe it or not, years ago. There's still a trestle up above Leroy, and I figure that's why all these little communities probably have a little station where they pick people up, and that's why they got names. I mean, not anywhere near my lifetime. I don't know how long it's been that the trains ran through here, but I'd say it's probably been maybe 75 years. I don't know. Getting close to a old rock where you can't see it from the road, but I mean far from the road. We used to swim in that as a kid, and even like I said, as a young adult, went up as my town and pickup truck and go swim in it. This is a pretty section. Big old hawk. The camera got it or not. When my dad first started working at the Leroy post office, an old man and woman across the road, they owned that little post office building where the post office was out of, and they used to come over there. In fact, this is Duncan. Believe it or not, that was a post office at one time. I figure probably about 1980 or so they closed it. I think it was open and Liverpool was open when Dad was over here, but probably not the whole time he was over here. They ended up closing them down. They're probably just open for a couple hours a day. Anyways, that old man would come over to the post office. He'd be over there all day talking and things, and I've heard him talk about that railroad. And the old woman, I mean, she was a nice old woman. She didn't be close to 100. I mean, I don't know how she was, but she's not been gone that long. But she would bring us egg sandwiches, and I could tell they had butter on them. And my mom would make an egg sandwich. It was, I mean, I think we'd put ketchup on them. And I'm not a big egg eater, but that old woman's egg sandwiches were so good. And I've tried to duplicate them before and use butter, and I can't make them taste like that. She wrote a column for the newspaper until she got really old. And I know her daughter was actually my dad's sub. I mean, she's like close to the age of my dad. And I run into her every once in a while, but but she's still around. Her husband's gone now. Her son is a real good bluegrass magician. I mean, they ain't gonna hurt to mention somebody's name because it's public, but he's Johnny Stats of Johnny Stats and the Delivery Boys. I mean, he's not nationwide famous, but he's locally well known. He works for UPS, and that's why I guess maybe other people in his band work for him. That's why they call him the Delivery Boys. Anyways, we're at Leroy now. And no building straight ahead's the old post office. Well, they call that Miller Holler now. Used to call it Rush Run. There's where the old man and woman that owned the post office lived. And then there's the post office they built not long after Dad got it. That Miller, I know who it's named after, Bob Miller. We bought a Jeep from him years ago. Probably didn't have hardly any miles. And I mean, he was kind of like one of these hippie families or something. I mean, not full-fledged hippie, but the kind of people that moves up to the end of the holler to, I guess, get out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, he had kids, Noah and Gabriel, that I remember. But anyways, we probably bought a 62 or 63 Willys wagon from him, and it had a 283 Chevy motor in it. It had the Jeep 3-speed, but it had an overdrive. And I kind of wish I had it now, but Dad just used the motor in a pickup that we had and gave the rest of it to my uncle. There's some red in that. I'm thinking about going past that railroad trestle. Getting it on camera is going to be hard to do, especially this time of year with leaves on. I'm debating. That way takes us back out on 33. In fact, I'm going across Big Run. Let me make a separate video, so thank you.